All right, what's up, YouTube, man? Today I want to talk to y'all about me and what's been going on lately for me in terms of playing this game. And just being a YouTuber, okay? Being a YouTuber, yeah. So basically, I've been thinking about what I'm going to do with this platform and what I'm going to continue to move up with. And I've just been trying to hold back on making content because I want to come on here correctly, you know. I don't want to come on here with like a edited me talking so I can sound completely smooth and this and that. I want you to know exactly how I sound on something and I sound legit and 100 on how I would if we were having a conversation in real life, like that same perspective, you know, cuz that's the realest thing I can give you. So, you know, I might have run-ons in how I talk or sometimes I might sound like I'm repeating myself, but that's just how I speak because I like to air out all that I'm conveying when I speak, you know. So, um, me personally with this channel, I've been looking at a lot of stuff just in terms of the internet and how people make money off of it. And I've been looking at people, you know, like artists that sign 360 deals, and I want to have ownership of whatever product I make, you know. I don't want to be the person that makes content for a platform. I'm making myself look like a goofy. Like, let's say if I was an Instagram comedian, all I'm doing is making Instagram videos, and I'm making Instagram thousands of dollars off of ads because you know they run ads on stuff. They put ads in between your posts, all that, you know, and people wouldn't think of that if they're just looking at the ad. But yeah, they make plenty of money off it. They make millions. That's why Instagram is important. That's why they have people like Kim Kardashian and all that on there because those platforms will bring those people there because they're the big thing, you know. So I just don't want to be that type of person that's putting my content out and I'm not making any purpose or product or giving you reason, you know. It's just, hey, this a funny video. Hey, this is this. Hey, this brings you, you know. It's just a bunch of I feel like just for the consumer to eat and then I get something from it, which is monetization. That's not really what I'm looking for. I'm looking to bring my perspective on like how I see moving around in society and just me being a person and a player as it is in this game or whatever it is, so um as I feel in 2K, I want to become a competitive player. If given a backstory of my 2K history, on 2K16 I was I had a 60-0 pro am team, but then we lost a game. I don't remember exactly. I was like, what, 17, 18 when 2K16 was out? Probably 16, 17 when in the lifespan of 2K16. I'm 21 now, so like, I remember I went 60-0. I used to be a player that no one would play with. I was trash in 2K15, then I started streaming, and I literally built my own following off of there, pulling like 10, 15 viewers a stream. I had a little community for me to play with, and I was just chilling. I wasn't on there no egotistical. I'm better. I just wanted to play the game and have fun, but I wanted to at least put my effort in to play. I'm an effort type person. And even if you don't play 2K, this still is a video to like to tell you about just my ethic and who I am as a person. This is just if you don't play 2K is an example. So you know I went and built up my own viewer base on Twitch. Got 15, 10, 15 views a stream. Got people to come in play. I play with anybody. I didn't care. I lost a lot of my games before then, so I made a 7 foot small forward like everybody else did. Started hooping, 'cause that was the cheese, and then I got my record out literally out of the negative. I was probably like a 56% win rate for me at the end of that 2K, and like that's crazy for me because I literally was like in the 20% probably how much I lost. I lost back then used to, and then I went to 16. I had the ethic to grind more. My internet had got changed at home. And my parents changed it to AT&T, and so I couldn't stream anymore. So my streaming just went down, and it was like I think 4 months into 16, my streaming went down. So, and I was getting frustrated with streaming because like I was young bull, so I'm getting upset that some people might come and like try to get on my nerves or stuff like that, and I would just get upset, and I had to just ignore it. But I mean, that's what I didn't do. I just told people, man, get out my stream. I ain't playing. And they just left. So I just said, forget streaming. And then but during then when my internet was changing, I used to stream at my parents. Not at my parents, it's a little office building we had next to our house, and I used to go in there to stream because the internet was Comcast in there, because they was a business building. So go in there and stream. And I usually had to go in there just to play 2K. I wasn't even streaming anymore. I was just playing 2K. And that's when I went to more of a YouTube perspective, because I was like, man, forget streaming for 6, 7, 8 hours for 2, 3 views, because my streaming had fell off, and I made a new channel because I was listening to people to change my branding. It was like Battlefield Accountant 16. That was my name on Twitch, and it's still there. And I went to Vice Versa Living because of my friends. We decided to make a brand like Vice Versa Living. We was thinking of the name. And so then I just ran off with it because they don't really do this channel, so it's my brand now. So then I went on with that, and I just continued to, play 2K, and I got good at it. My record was probably like, 68%, I would assume, because in the beginning I used to get trolled a lot by people. Not trolled necessarily, but like people just used to play with me. Like they used to just try to make me want to quit, just try to get on my nerves, just try to make me as mad as possible, And it's like, it's just hooping with people that don't really have the same ethic as me. And so they didn't have the same work ethic, but then I wanted them to play, and they'll play. But you know how you can have those toxic people that they don't have any work ethic to anything, but they'll still play or do whatever you want to do, like go out and stuff, but they'll make it seem like you made them when they really just are toxic people. They want to feel that they're needed. And that's what I was playing with, people like that. So of course I got that in return, but I never thought in my mind like that. I just thought if I could get them to work with me and I could bring my good place to the game, maybe they get better. But no, it's not like that. People are the people they choose to be. I can't make you change, If a lot of people realize that about dating, a lot of people wouldn't be in these messed up relationships or whatever situations they be in with the opposite sex or whatever sex they're attracted to, You got to stop giving people that don't want to do what you do and are just trying to make themselves feel needed, and they'll still do what you want, but make themselves sound like that you're just, you need them. If you cut them off of your of your life, you would see less of the BS from people, because you wouldn't allow them to mess with you. Because at the end of the day, it's on you, so who you let come to you, And so moving on from that, then I started pro-am like literally the last probably 6 months of that 2K, and we got to 60-0. I'm pretty sure, and made an outside center, started dominating. I was really a shy player, like, if that would make sense. Like, I wasn't trying to be outlandish. I would literally make our team do pick and roll, and I would just pop for the two every single time. Or I would do a up and under to try to get in the paint, and only if my man jumped when I put it up, I wouldn't try to do finesse moves. I wouldn't try to do anything else, and that would help me back as a player. But I'm 16, 17 playing like that, and getting my pro-am team like this, and playing comp, And pro-am back then, before it was, I remember the patches too. It was after they patched speed boosting, right? It was after they patched speed boosting when we started playing pro-am. But it was before they patched everything being a foul, because it was the finals coming up. I don't know how the finals worked for 2K League back then. It wasn't a league. It was just like the finals. Your pro-am team get the highest win. So it was a lot of people getting booted back then too when that came up. And so it was before the fouls, all the fouls being called in pro-am. And so you could actually play D. It wasn't blocking fouls randomly called, and it wasn't random shooting fouls when you're just putting hands up. So I enjoyed it a lot. I was hooping on pro-am. I even started went from park, because I love playing park. I went to playing walk-on a lot more because it's just so fun. And it was literally randoms in walk-on. It was like no one plays walk-on try hard. Like, it's funny because why would they? Like, people didn't think of 5-on-5 ball ever since 15 because you couldn't hop on a spot. So people wouldn't want to do walk-on because it's not like park. So yeah, it was just literally in there just to get it free dubs and just get free rep and not, I don't think, no, you didn't get rep, but get the free VC. It was like fun, and the practice for pro-am. And so, you could break people down in the post back then, like, easily, if they didn't know how to play. And it's like you didn't need a post scorer. You just be a center. A post scorer, you're a center. You should be able to do post moves. It shouldn't be a build like a post. And I really don't think it should be a build like a glass. Like it should just be outside, inside, all that. Like I feel, but 2K is gonna make their money from doing the other way. So that's never gonna change. We just have to accept that. They're never going to change. Just like how Rockstar and GTA are never going to change the methods they use because as much as required, they're still getting money from the pay pigs that are infused into the game. So as going forward, we could just be looked at pay pigs for how we do 2K because a lot of us, are hoopers and we're trying to get off of this and we spend $200-300 a year on players. And so moving forward, just the post, you could break people down the post on 2K16 if they were bad. You could play offense and beat people even if you didn't know how to dribble if they were bad. You're just spotting up and just doing good moves and cuts. Now it's just like it's spam this, spam that. Your player can barely move sometimes in 19. If you ever notice, if you're playing on a center or whatever build you're on, and you have a similar build match to you, or just someone you can rebound over that you can beat on the rebound. Even someone you think you're better than, you can put up a bad shot and you can try to go for the board. Your player can't move 80% of the time. Unless the service trip up and you can do it, most of the time you can't do it. Even if you have really high quick reflexes. My stuff on Hall of Fame, my pure realm. It's just that's how it is. And it's like they just taking out where you can do extra moves and this and that on this 2K. It's more they trying to make it more and more scripted to where it's literally like streamlined. Like you can't make a mistake in the beginning or you lose. It's getting more scripted like how if you ever played the 2K app, how the cards are when they versus each other like on the 3-on-3 thing. It's literally getting to just my player is better than your player, so I will beat your player. Like you have a pure post getting guarded by a 6'8" lock. Just because he's taller than you and he spams this, he's gonna beat you. It's just stuff like that. Then you hit a player, the person that's a lock, be like, man, my stuff is 90 something. How is he doing it? It's just because his build. It's not because of the player now. And it's getting more and more like this as we're leaving outside inside. But look, we're gonna still have to hoop. You're gonna still have to play. So moving on from that, you know, this game is just getting more and more. I'm trying to get better, and I've been getting better. I was on a pro-am team on PlayStation. Our leader wasn't really a leader, and I had to lead, and I'm cool with leading, but not when I'm being chastised by. He had a guy that was acting like he had like an esports team, and it was just a bunch of cap about money and all that we're not gonna get. And we were playing good, but I was sick of our play. He would literally have us play at 5 a.m. The only reason I played was because I was on school break for 2 weeks, so that's the time I was on the team. And if I wasn't, I wouldn't have been able to play. I'm not about to lower my school just to play with you at 5 a.m. because you can't just tell us to play at 5 a.m. Like I could just go to sleep, try to wait. No, he was that talk. Like he wouldn't say anything, and I don't have time for it. So I moved on. Eventually came to Xbox. Or record was like 60 something percent on rec on Xbox, PS4, and we were a really good rec team, but I just left it. We were about like probably like a 60 something percent win% whenever I played, and they respected me. I took control of the stuff in the chat and all that from just speaking to people. But it's like then he had like not a little kid, but he was like probably like 16 and all that. You know how some of the young boys be when they play this game. They're ultra sensitive and they're soy filled, so they can't take any criticism. I take myself as more of a breadwinner, the 2K League player type of approach to the game, and I'm going to tell you and try to talk to you about what's going on. I'm not just going to sit here doing the same thing over and over, because that's psychotic. So that's why I respect players like him and Bear the Beast. But mainly breadwinner because of how he is. I respect Bear because of how he came through all this people trying to hold him down. And I feel like I've been a player that's held down by people, but I keep moving forward. Because this community is toxic. A lot of people feel like that. You feel like you're being held back. You feel like nobody respects you. You feel like people with clout get it because it's true. YouTubers, they get the most respect even if they're trash. You could wash them with your 5-on-5 pro-am team, or you could wash them in part, but you never will get the chance to because just too many people going to them, and you shouldn't request to play them because they're gonna call you a cloud chaser. Or everything's called cloud chasing. So just don't do it. You just gotta just they just understand that that's how it's gonna be. So moving forward, I'm just a player that's I have a talkative approach to the game. I want to talk to my team and this year in 2K, I really feel like I hit a nail on it. I came in this 2K after December. I didn't literally didn't play this entire time. I've been in school this whole time. My outside life, for anyone concerned, I'm straight. You know, I own my car. I go to school. I had a job. I had a good paying job, and I just been working in school. I got 2 more years left in school for business management. So outside of my life, I'm still handling stuff to better myself. I own everything. I own my clothes, all my shoes, bought by me. In the last recent 3 years, 4 years. So I don't allow my parents to buy me anything because that's just how I am. I just want them to save their money and do them. They help me with school, so that's all I really focus on. So, and I just want to be more of an independent minded person. So it's hard for me because I like this game. I want to go more in this game, but my approach, I want to be more independent. But I think of going to the league a lot because I know I could get there. 2K20 comes if I just work hard and play hard and I play consistently. It's not about playing 12 hours a day. It's about every day you get on and you hoop and you play pro-am, try to get 2 hours in, try to get about 6, 7 games in a day. That's how Island Game got there. But just being on the game and just standing there and being idle, that's not gonna bring you anything. You had to you had to hoop. And it's hard to get 4 other players to play with me that are consistent and want it as much as me. But I'm not sitting here making the same mistake I told y'all as I made on 16 and making people that don't want it but will sit here and just because I need them and just because they want to feel needed and be toxic. I'm not allowing that. I'm still searching for the talent. And I found a few people, but not people that I feel like I can rely on. I'm still looking and I'm still seeing if these people have the integrity for next year because there's a lot of cap and people, you got to watch out for the cap on 2K. It's always going to be cappers, people that'll hoop with you this year, next year they don't like it or they don't want to do this and they don't want to do that. And you don't want to come off disappointed. So keep working on your craft, any player that's looking to move forward into being a better player. And so this is what I have to say about moving to a 2K league, right? I feel like the best thing for you as a 2K player that just wants to make money and make this their hobby to continue to, if you want to just get out of your situation, your living situation, whatever, because that's what most people's goals are. I feel like it's a few tiers to it. It's like 2K League or a YouTuber or become a famous Twitch person or whatever. And I feel like YouTube and Twitch, like becoming like higher, like more attention to you on there to make you personal money is more of an independent approach to it than going to the 2K League based on their payouts to them. I feel like Bear the Beast deserve, and all them players that won deserve a $10 million pot for that. Take Two Entertainment makes too much money off this game, way too much. And I feel like when NBA players like Dwayne Wade let their faces be put on this game, I know they probably gave Dwayne Wade probably 40 million, 20 million, whatever, for being the face of this 2K. Probably not that much because 2K is cheap. But he deserves that, and he deserves a code for whoever puts code D Wade in. They get five. He gets 5% of the commission because he's the reason a lot of these like older people and younger kids are buying this game because they love D Wade. Now the people that are not even gonna play 2K next year, the fan base gets higher and higher, and that's my problem with playing competitively on this game. You know, first is you have to get a team like Dota 2, League of Legends, Fortnite. You can go in there solo and become a good player and just get higher in the tiers. Apex 2, you can go in there and solo queue. This game doesn't have a solo queue. It's team 5-on-5. It's team this. And a lot of these players on here are soy filled soft. They're full of crap. They can't play. They're garbage. And even if they're good, it's players on here that are comp and they're soft, or they can't take criticism. They can't listen to anything different. They're insane in real life. They want to be the face of the game. They want to be important. They're worried about everything you're doing. They want to criticize everything you do in the game. You make one mistake, they talk about you. Everyone that knows how to play this game and feels like how I feel knows that's what a lot of people are in this game. And there's a lot of cappers on this game. So it needs to be a solo queue where you can go into something solo 5-on-5 and it's a ranked system to it. Like how the combine was, that's how that was. We need that all year so that we can see the top players, and then you could stream and be like, hey, I'm the top solo center on 5-on-5 matchups when you have solo queue, and you could get a streaming viewer base that's like, oh, I want to watch that guy that's going to solo queue and dogging with his center. I want to build like him. I want to be like him. I want to play like him. I want to have a player like him. Then when he makes a player build tutorial, people going to make it. You know, if he makes this tutorial, people are gonna make it, even if it's a bad player. But he's good with the build, not the player himself, but the build that he has. It might be bad, but he's good with it. Like how some good people good on post, but it's pretty bad build on pro am. But some people still dog with it on their pro am team. You know, that but it's not that in this game. You know, so you can't be like a ninja. You can't be like a say a Dota 2 player like BSJ or Mason. You can't be like that on here. You can't solo queue and it become popular off of that. You have to be Team 515 Pro Am or be a cool part player for and make edits for videos on YouTube. Like how Fortnite players make the funny little clickbaity or whatever, all that stuff. But that's the clickbait stuff. It's clickbait YouTube stuff for the kids. That's always will be here. No disrespect, get your bread, bro. But that comes and goes too fast. Me personally, that just ain't for me. I want to be a player that's competitive and I play and you see me playing and I'm showing you that I'm playing. And I want to give you game on how I play and how you be more competitive. But it's no solo queue feature on this game. That's the problem. That's the problem on here. Most of my pro am L's on here are from I had two lag outs. One time I got trolled. We were playing NBA player, and my teammate literally quit the game and was saying "haha" to the center to our log, and we all just quit out. And three other times you got trolled too. Literally got trolled. You pick up three random stretches each of those times, and dudes were high on each of those occasions, and they just literally threw the game. So it's just. Is a lot of trolls, cappers, and all that. So it should be a solo queue feature. Literally, where the crew thing is, solo queue. Solos that I play, and you can go in with small forward or point guard or this, or just have your arch in there or whatever way the 2K makes it. It's going to be a bad makeup or whatever they make it, but it needs to be a solo queue feature in here. So that because whenever people watching the stream, they're going to see if you're bad or not. They're going to be able to tell, oh, this dude actually trash. I'm not watching him. So the real top players in there are going to get their respect and maybe it'll go to the league or just get famous off of it. Because I respect the league players for being calm. I want to feel that energy. I want to be around players like that. But it's just the fact that we're getting paid 35,000. They're making 60, 70,000 if they win the little tournaments in between the months. But I'm saying they deserve more. Take Two makes near $1 billion a year. Probably more and more as the years go by. They probably gonna make $1 billion and more change every year. And you're giving Bear the Beast, somebody that's the top team in all of 2K right now, 750 grand that they had to split amongst each other. Come on, buddy. Come on, bro. That's cheap. That's cheap, my G. That's basically how you play. How they basically don't barely pay these college players, but they get them like allowance to get food, like $300 a month. Like you're supposed to. Wow, like no, bro. Come on, give them the bag. If Dota 2 can have a prize pool, at least give us like a jersey we can buy in a game with VC, and that money is put towards the players, like how Dota 2 does it with the Compendium, and they raise like 10 million. You're too cheap like for that. You want all the money yourself, and we can't even build a Compendium for the 2K league. So that's what I see is pretty sad and janky. They deserve millions for that. They deserve to be straight. Should be able to retire now. He's the top player of this year. It's YouTubers making more money than Beard and all them right now than what they made from that prize pool. And that's pitiful. That's sad. It's YouTubers making more money off of videos, off Twitch streams, all that. Off of subscribers on Twitch and all that. Patreon, whatever they do. Then for 2K than Barrett is from being the best 2K player in the league. You could be a YouTuber and have 100K subs and say you're the best 2K player and you're actually trash, but you just got viewers and you're making more money than everyone else. There's no hate to them, the ones that do it, but I'm saying, it's always there, and it's just that's pitiful that they get paid that little. But so I just seek to be like as a solo queue in there and here, so that I can go up in solo queue. Hey, people be like, oh yeah, he's good, woo the woo. Then I can have players be like, hey man, I would like to play with you in pro am if you ever would, when you're not solo queuing. And I can find me a team, and then we could do matchups. And I already do matchups against other teams for like $100 pot or a $300 pot that we all put in to play another team $300 in matchups, and we see who wins. That's one of the goals for me, to do that stuff like that, and then solo queue and stream and get some bag off of that. That's simple bread, And so I just don't see that. So my goals right now, and if 2K steals it, you see, I said it myself, because that's what should be in the game. It would literally improve this game by 30% if they add a solo queue feature for 5-on-5 ball, and just that, just 5-on-5 ball, and they want to add other modes, but 5-on-5 ball in particular. And they need to add a 6-man feature in the game where you can have a 6-man come off the bench for the pro am. And just they're probably gonna start these deal for me. That's why I hate giving my deals of knowledge in game, but it's like this game just needs it. But they're not gonna pay me for this if I do use the feature. But that's just how it is, bro. I have a lot of game in my mind, like stuff like that. Like I said, I take myself as a smart guy, me personally, and me saying about myself, and just continuing on, bro. It's like but since all that's not here at the time being, unless they steal it or whatever they do, or they do it themselves. But most likely just gonna steal it from this video. Um, I just had to get better, and I built more tolerance. I don't let foo stupid stuff get on my nerves. I just keep hooping. My record on rec is like 85%. That doesn't really matter, you know. Rec is you play for a few comp teams like once in a blue moon, but rec doesn't really matter. My thing is pro am, but it's like I said, it's hard to get a full 5 pro am team that's players that have heart in this game. You know, my real pro am win record is like probably like including my PS4 games that weren't lag outs and all that is like 30 and probably 3, 7, something like that. 30 and 7, 40 and 7, 50 and 7, probably 50 and 7, I would assume. So it's like I know I can hoop on here. It's just I want to get to the higher leagues. I want to get to a 400 win, 70 loss pro am team. But it's like to get there, I need 4 other players that want to hoop. You know, and that's so difficult. So that's why I need a solo queue feature that's feel so I can show my personal skill. You know, so it's just harder to do that. You know, I need to get in this pro am stuff if I want to move forward in 2K. That's what I need to do. But it's like I said previously, it's like cappers, toxic people, fake people, all that on here. So I just ignore them and just get the bits of people I can get for this amount of time and hoop and do this and that and just move up. And then they skedaddle because they're going to leave. Folks leave the party after a win, do weird stuff, random stuff. Then they want you to invite them later. Nah, I'm blocking you. You're doing too much. You're being a weirdo. You know, you criticizing me all like you saying all this stupid stuff about nothing when we're up 30 points. We don't care about the game no more. You know, you leaving my party after a red game that we just won by 30 points. You know, you're doing too much. I'm not inviting you back. You're blocked. You know, it's just a bunch of weirdo fanboy stuff, you know, but if you were playing with a streamer and YouTuber, you wouldn't be doing that. You wouldn't have that energy. You just want to feel important because your rim rate say you're good, but my rim rate the same as yours, but you're not important. I'm not important. We need to hoop and we need to get better, but you don't want to do that. I'm not about to beg you to play. I ain't begging nobody to play this. I don't care if you got 10 billion subscribers. I don't care who you was, where you was at. I'm not begging you to do nothing. So that's about it. But like I said, man, me as a man, I just keep moving forward, just bring more positive light to me, and this is an update on me. I just keep thinking of what to make content wise to not seem corny or stupid. I don't want to be out here doing the woo stupid stuff, you know, looking like a clown for the internet just to get a bag. You know, I'm good on that. You know, I'm trying to prove myself in my physical life of my surroundings and my financial situation to continue moving forward as a man, to do good. That's what I'm doing with school and all that. I'm still on that. You know, I can do this 2K stuff and still do school and all this, and I've done it and I'm doing it. So I'm just gonna keep moving forward with that, and that's about it on that. And that's why I haven't been uploading. But I think I'm gonna make more videos like this, give my thoughts and input, and just continue to try to get better in this game and in real life. Because whatever game I play, I try to play Dota 2. I try to play all these games like to get to a higher pro level, and I've stuck on 2K with it. So I think 2K20 is gonna be my year with this, and I just continue working. And my main goals, if I do make content for the internet, get bread off the internet, is to own my product. I don't want to have a Netflix deal. I don't want to have a music deal. I want to own my music or whatever I make, my content, so that I can produce it for you and get the max monetization out of it. And also, you know that I have no filter on it. No one is holding me back from this. No one is telling me not to do this. No one is telling me I had to make this certain content. I own it myself for me and my following family down the line when I pass away, and they own this content themselves, you know, so they can continue to make money from this, whatever the means they use it for, you know. And that's my main goal, you know. That might fly over a lot of people's head or some people's head or whatever head it fly over, but that's my goal in it because that's the long term thing in it. Any person you've seen that sign these 360 deals and let TV channels and all that own their content, you see them get 40 and 50 years old and they're talking about how they're broke or they don't own this. They are a millionaire. The show made them a millionaire, or they may be broke, but the show made them a millionaire. Or some people made them tens of millionaires. They could be a billionaire if they own their content. But they didn't want to take the extra link. Well, I'm taking the extra link if I'm going to make money off of this because I'm straight in real life. I'm fine. So if I make content, I want to make it to where I own it. Like the 85 South show, like Joe Budden podcast. I got a type of belief like that. Or if I do sign a deal, like it's an 80-20. But I'm most likely now I'm just gonna stay independent because I want to own all of this. I don't want anyone to own this. I don't want an old man that just because he has $1 billion company or $1 million company, or he just took a loan out to try to give me another loan, so I had to pay his loan back and the loan that he took out back. That's what a lot of these record deals and all that is. So that's about it, man. And I just appreciate y'all for listening to this. Who do listen to this, I'm gonna try to build my following back up in this same light that I'm talking about right now. And only thing I ask is comment if you have like stuff to comment. I don't care if it's negative or positive, but I want comments on the topic at hand that I'm talking about, or whatever you want to ask me. But don't just comment. I don't want to. I don't care to see these comments, but like it doesn't really bring me like any attention when you just say good post, man. Like I want to hear your commentary on it. Add commentary to what you said. If you say bad post, give me commentary on it. Just say good post, man. Thumbs up. I want to hear your commentary. So whatever comments, if I do get in, give me commentary on this, and that's it. And appreciate anyone that listens to this.